Your name and where you're from?
I'm Nicole Pfeiffer. I'm from Lansing, Michigan. To me, the 4,000th U.S. soldier dying in Iraq is another member of my generation that's not going to be able to see their children or to be involved in the next generation to make this world a better place. I realize that we're over there fighting to try and make that society better. We need to worry about this society and what we're doing to our future. Right now, it doesn't look very healthy or good. That is what I think about the 4,000th soldier dying in Iraq.
Well, we have less than a year left of the George Bush presidency. What do you think his legacy is going to be?
I don't think that he's going to be the worst president ever. There's too many others for it to possibly be, but it's definitely not going to be a good one. He's not going to be remembered as a good president. He's not going to be looked back on fondly like John F. Kennedy or Abraham Lincoln.
What is it going to take to bring them home?
A regime change is going to take understanding and a different president. It's going to take either a white woman or a black man in the office. And it's going to take the U.S. citizens to be pissed off and to show it, not just sitting in their cars honking at people at a protest.
What's your reflections today on the 4,000 deaths?
I think it's terrible. I think it's completely in vain for no good reason at all. Very sad. As a mother, as two moms, I feel it's really horrible.
But it doesn't even compare to the families in Iraq who lost thousands more. It all needs to end. It all needs to end.
This is the less than a year left in the Bush administration. What do you think his legacy is going to be?
War, death, incapable of speaking. He's led us down a path that is going to be very, very hard to return from. He's caused havoc for our kids and their kids.
Especially financially.
And in the human cost as well. He's caused America's name to be trashed abroad with good reason. In other words, people believe
It's going to take a long time to undo all the destruction he's caused across our country, across the world.
Your name and where you're from?
I'm Sarah Vitale. I'm from Sterling Heights, Michigan, and I'm a student at MSU. The 4,000 deaths is just, it's hard to think about because, you know, there are people just like me that are out there, and there's another 800,000 Iraqis that too, and it's just disgusting. And it's not necessary for a few people to profit.
This is less than a year left in the President Bush administration. What do you think his legacy is going to be?
I think worst president ever would probably be the best legacy that you can get out of the Bush administration. They've made it pretty clear that they're just out to profit off of whoever they can.
My name's Luke Roy, and this is my daughter Janie Roy, and we're from Lansing. Janie's a student at Grand Valley.
What's your reaction, your feelings about the 4,000 deaths?
It's just far too many, and I'm concerned also even more about the innocent civilians and the Iraqi people who didn't have a choice in this, and the toll that they've paid and the deaths that they've suffered.
This is the last year of Bush's administration. What do you think his legacy is going to be in the end?
I think history is going to judge him harshly because of the squandered, the life, the ruin that he's left, the havoc that he's wreaked in the Middle East, the death, the destruction, the financial burden that he's going to leave the next generation and beyond that in this country, and I think the chaos and the damage that he's done to the reputation and standing of the United States in the world. He's left us with a reputation as being a destructive and negative force for hate and violence, rather than a helping force for good that I think we used to have a reputation as.
What do you think it's going to take to end the conflict and to bring the troops home?
I think it's going to take the American people to be fed up and say no more. You can't do this in my name. I'm not paying for it. I'm not supporting it, and I won't stand for it.
Your name and where you're from?
Hello, my name's John Hedinger. I'm from Haslett, Michigan.
What was your reaction when you heard about the 4,000th death?
I had quite a few reactions, I guess. Resignation, sadness, sympathy, anger. I had a lot of reactions actually, and also the miscounting. These numbers are completely cooked up to begin with. I mean, you have to be shot from the front, I think.
Yeah.
Or some, I mean, it's just ridiculous. Yeah, and if you die, like, after you get home a month later, that doesn't count. I'm sorry, that's a battle. That's a casualty. That's a casualty of war. So a lot of reactions.
There's less than a year left in the President Bush administration. What do you think his legacy is going to be?
Oh, hands down. 5 years ago, I used to say, well, I had to do some research. Maybe he's the worst. He's certainly the worst president of the last 100 years. But there were some Andrew Jackson. There were some bad ones going way back. But I've done the research, and he's gotten worse. I think in the last 5. He's hands down the worst president ever. The most dysfunctional administration ever. There's no accountability. There's no consequences if you do bad. If you do bad, you get like some Medal of Honor or something, It's like the worst administration ever. No question.
What is it? Your name and where you're from?
Darby McGaw. I'm from East Lansing.
And your name?
Michelle Fedorowicz from East Lansing.
Graham Meyer from East Lansing.
What was your reaction when you heard about the 4,000th death? What do you feel about that?
I was surprised. Like, I knew it was bad, but I didn't know it was this bad. So hearing about this made me really angry that this is still going on. It's been a long time and it shouldn't be happening. Yeah.
What was your reaction when you heard about it?
It's really aggravating. It just makes you even more emotional and interested in the fact that we need to get our troops out of Iraq now.
And what was your feeling?
I was really disappointed. I mean, I knew it was coming. I didn't think it was going to come this soon to that many deaths. I heard about it, that it was close just a couple days prior, and then I woke up one morning and my mom told me that it happened, and I was just stunned that we still aren't out of Iraq and 4,000 of us have died.
The president has less than a year left in office. What do you think his legacy is going to be as president?
Not good. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be remembered for anything positive for our history.
What's your outlook on that? The president's history, what do you think how he's going to be judged?
I'm not really sure. All that I've heard about during his presidency has not been exactly good. So I think that's what he's going to be remembered for. And even if he did do some good things, I didn't notice them. So this kind of overshadowed everything. So even if he did do something good, this just trumps everything. Yeah.
Can I ask you, what do you think it's going to take to end the war and to bring the troops home?
I don't really know what's going to happen right now. People are talking about bringing them home right away, and I don't really know. I know it's probably not going to happen until Bush is out of office, but I don't know how they're going to do it.
What's your outlook on ending the war and bringing the troops home?
I think that we should do it as soon as possible, but I think we have to do it in the right way because we've pretty much uprooted everybody's life in Iraq over there, and I think that we need to come to amends there before we come home, but it needs to happen soon.
What do you think it's going to take to end this whole situation?
A lot of work on the government's part. First, Michelle said, we need to sort things out in the country that we've been fighting this war in before we leave, because that would just be wrong if we went there and did all this and then just left.
So first we have to fix everything in the other countries. But then I think maybe it can happen after a lot of time. Yeah. Basically.
Thank you.